Welcome into A Toast of Film. I'm your host, Evo, and on today's episode, we're going to be doing a little fun comparison contrast review between Amazon's Secret Level and Netflix's latest volume of Love, Death, and Robots. But we are hosting once again with the Garage Beer Lime Edition. And that's only because it's a great beer, but also because on this week's Major Wrestling Figure podcast, we got a nice little shout out from Matt Cardona.
This is always ready, Matt Cardona. When I'm drinking a Major Garage Beer, I like to listen to the Toast to Phil podcast. Check it out wherever you get your podcast.
And that just, I can't even believe it because it's true what they say that no one gives back like the Major Wrestling Figure podcast. Matt, Brian, and Mark, they always make sure their fans feel valued, whether you meet them at a wrestling show, one of their live shows. They're just the best people, and I'm so happy to see all the success they've had through the years. And for Matt to give us a nice little shout out, I couldn't believe it. Somebody that watched him in WWE, that watches him on Indies, watches the podcast every week, and I was a huge True Long and Story guy, so I just couldn't believe it. And behind me when I film is this nice little shrine to wrestling figures and the Wrestling Figure podcast because they are just simply the best. No other way to put it. I'm such a big fan of theirs, and I aspire to be even, a tenth of the podcast that they end up being because they always get back to their fans. They put it on great value. Whether you like wrestling, whether you like wrestling figures, whether you just like dudes chilling, having fun, sharing some laughs, trying to pop each other, the Major Wrestling Figure podcast, it's just the best. It's so much fun. You'll like it. Even like I said, even if you don't like wrestling figures, there's so much more the podcast offers aside from just wrestling figures. So Major Pod, love you guys. And Matt, I guess you could say you're my broski of the week. I can't really pull off the headband as well as Mr. Cardona. I did not take care. I did not spike my hair. So I'm going to stick to my nice little dad hats, but cheers to you, Matt. So let's get into the episodes. We got Secret Level on Prime. This is a new series. And then we have the latest volume of Love, Death, and Robots on Netflix. This is the 4th volume. And I think let's just go ahead and start about Secret Level. I have more to say with Love, Death, and Robots. Secret Level, there's 15 episodes. I'm going to go through them real quick, just give you a brief little thing about each one. So episode 1 was a D&D campaign inspired with the dragon. Episode 2, which I do think was a great episode, it's a guy on revenge, and every time he dies, he gets older. So he starts out as a little bitty. Eventually, he gets older. 3 is it has Arnold Schwarzenegger, and it's about this eternal island where every time you die, you just respawn, essentially. And it's this one king who's trying to rule the island. He's trying to conquer, and he just keeps failing over and over again. Episode 4 is a robot tournament. Episode 5, Warhammer. Guys, I'm a big Warhammer guy. I got my little army over there. I'm no Henry Cavill, but I'm trying. Episode 6 was interesting because it is a Pac-Man, episode, except he is trying to get these chosen warriors to eat to get out of the maze, to lead him to freedom because he's trapped there. Episode 7 is called Crossfire. It's 2 mercenary units in a storm. Episode 8, Keanu Reeves is in it as this, disheveled mech pilot. Number 9, great episode. Depressing as all hell, though. It's an outskirt world where this kid enlists for all these kind of disfiguring tests because he was interested in this chick. Very sad episode. Number 10, Mega Man. Way too short. Too short. Number 11 is Exodus Space Travel. Basically, it's a dad trying to save his daughter, except every planet, the time changes. So, like Earth, one day is 24 hours, but 24 hours on another planet might be 8 years. So, it's pretty crazy. 12 is this little, Indiana Jones explorer, and she can't die permanently, so she's dying over and over trying to find the mystery of the maze. 13 is a space pirate rescue mission, real fun. 14, Fuel Japan, this one cat sees all time. And 15 was a cyclist. These episodes, I do think they look good. I think money was put into them. The issue is the episodes feel way too short. They're hoping the IP really carries them if you're into the IP, which to an extent it does, but the opening and ending credits take up a bulk of the episode. So if episode is classified as 7 minutes, it's really only like 3-4 minutes. And it just feels like they don't give you a boom, boom, boom type story that hooks you in. Whereas, you know, I mean, and some good voices, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Emily Swallow, Keanu Reeves, Kevin Hart. But then we get Love, Death, and Robots. This is their 4th volume, and with good reason. Do I think there's some bad episodes in this? Yes, there's a couple of bad episodes. But this one, some voices, you have Red Hot Chili Peppers, John Boyega, Ed Skrein, Chris Parnell, John Oliver, Reese Darby, Mr. Beast, Melissa Villaseñor, and Dan the Man Stevens. This is so much better. I think episode 1 and episode 9 are terrible. But I do think the rest really bring the heat. So episode 1, it's basically just puppets of Red Hot Chili Peppers. They're playing a song concert. If you're into Red Hot Chili Peppers, I think you'll dig it. Otherwise, like me, you're going to be like, okay, like this, it's fine. Nothing to write home about, but nothing to hate. Episode 2, Close Encounters of Mankind. It's just crazy and funny. Itty bitty, like teeny tiny aliens versus people invasion. Episode 3, Spider Rose. This one was pretty cool because you got Spider Rose, who's a lady, and Little Nose for Profit, aka Nosy, who's this creature. And he starts out like this little grub axolotl, then turns into like a rat monkey axolotl. It's her versus these people who wiped out her, you know, her love, all her family. And nice little, battle. Nosy, he eats and continues to evolve via these cocoons like a gremlin. Real interesting. Episode 4 was 400 Boys. Great animation. 400 Boys are giant babies, and they're going against street gangs of psychics in a post-apocalyptic world. Episode 5 was fun. The Other Big Thing. It's a cat who wants to conquer. They get robots for fat people. Rebellion happens. This is actually a precursor to season 1 episode 3 Robots, where it was 3 robots in a post-apocalyptic cat world. 6, Golgotha. You got Lupa water aliens, and you got a priest who witnessed Dolphin Jesus, a dolphin coming back to life. Interesting. Scream at Tyrannosaurs, episode 7. Future Gladiators with Dinosaur Space Arena. Very, very bloody. Episode 8, How Zeke Got Religion. It's World War II bomber plane crew. Fallen Demon Monster. Episode 9, which I do think is the worst episode and easily worth skipping. It's Dumb Humans, Smart Appliances. Very lewd, just goes through appliances, crapping on their owners. Not great. Decent idea, but episode 10, fantastic. London, 1757, St. Luke's Asylum. A poet's cat, Joffrey, versus Satan and his imps. Really cool episode. Cats versus, Satan. So just in the description, like I said, Secret Level, it's hoping that these IPs are enough to get you to be like, oh, I gotta watch that. Did you say Mega Man? Whereas Love, Death, and Robots, they're creating these really intricate stories in such a short amount of time. So I do think Secret Level, if they did a second season, I do think it could be great. But Love, Death, and Robots continues to be the stronger, continues to be something that you need to anticipate when it hits Netflix. So Secret Level, I'm going to give a 2.6 out of 5 cheers. I think there's some cool ideas, but it's just not there. Whereas Love, Death, and Robots, I'm going to give a 4.7 out of 5 cheers. Other than the Red Hot Chili Peppers one, which I could live without, and the appliance one, I think this season was very strong, think it's very enjoyable. You need to check it out. Love, Death, and Robots Volume 4. And Secret Level if you're into it. It's on Prime. Both of them are free if you have a subscription. But guys, we got an episode. We'd like to keep it short and sweet, just like me. And if you will let us know what you think, or let us know maybe your favorite episode of Secret Level or Love, Death, and Robots, or let me know anything else. Let me tell you the best ways. Check us out on Instagram or TikTok, A Toast to Film, all one word. Check us out on Twitter at film_toast. Check us out on beautiful YouTube. You can see my cool Major Wrestling Figure Podcast dad hat. You can also see my official Broski of the Week headband. And you know what? I even got, I don't know if you'll be able to see it with the green screen. You won't. But just trust me, there's a nice little cool wrestling figure display right behind me. Cool stuff, cool stuff. But we just appreciate y'all watching, listen, like and subscribe and comment and whatever you do. And we just wish you a good night and good viewing.